Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Drew with Profit Monsters, and today I'm bringing you another What Sold video. I haven't done one of these in a while, and it is January 31st as I'm making this. And so I'm really excited to share with you guys 30 super profitable items that I have sold in the month of January. This is not all my sales, of course. As most of you guys know, I sell on multiple platforms, so I'm going to do one of these videos also for Poshmark. Mercari and Depop are kind of here and there, not as consistent as eBay and Poshmark for me as far as sales are concerned, almost daily on both platforms. So I'm just going to bring eBay today with some really profitable items that you guys should be on the lookout for, and that can easily resell for a lot of profit. So again, I'm not bringing a lot of really low items in this video because I want to point out items that you guys may not be seeing in everyday, thrifting or garage sailing or wherever you go. And hopefully you can learn something from this video and get some new bolos to help you and just see kind of what else is out there and what other people are selling. So enjoy the video. Let's get into it. So this first item we're going to start with, this was January 1st. So you're going to see like my items here start the beginning of January and it'll go till today, where I actually made a couple sales that I'm going to share. So this is a Samsung DVD VHS DVD combo unit, and this one I picked up at a thrift store for $10, and it had the manual, the remote, the cables, and everything. The guy that worked there said he had just taken it out of the box, and he put it out. I don't know why he took it out of the box. He said he threw it away. But anyway, DVD VHS combo units are great items to resell. A lot of people think they're extinct or like in the Stone Age, or whatever, but there are lots of people that buy them, lots of people that use them, and in good condition. Certain brands and models, Sony, Samsung, Zenith, even certain brands like that can sell for a very high profit. I listed this one for $139 and I accepted a best offer of $105 plus shipping. I had sold it in less than 2 days of listing it. This next item is a really cool pair of Rocky Gore-Tex duck boots, and these are insulated hunting boots or whatever you want to call them. I had purchased these from a thrift store for $8.99, and they were in great condition. I literally didn't do anything to clean them up. You can see there's a couple of scuffs and scratches on them. I listed them for $79.99. I ran a 20% off sale and sold them for $60. So plus shipping. So this was a great sale. You can see my pictures are very easy to see the flaws. I point them out in my descriptions, and I try to get clean photos from every angle possible so that the buyer knows what they're getting, to eliminate any possibilities for returns. So you can see down here, like in this listing, I just put pre-owned, very good, no rips or tears. The size and the model has faded on the inside lining. So it was very hard to see, but I was still able to figure it out, and great sale there. So to turn $9 into $60 plus shipping. Next up is a little bit of a cheaper sale compared to what I'm going to be bringing you guys today, but for two reasons. First of all, the pictures were not very good in this listing. I picked this up at a Goodwill for $4.19, and I accepted a best offer of $25 free shipping literally within a couple hours of listing this. So that's why I wanted to show it to you. Carhartt is a great brand to be on the lookout for. I think I have a couple other Carhartts in this video to even show you some different models that sell very well and very fast. This was just a button-down brown shirt that I picked up, and you can see it says Carhartt on the pocket there. People like to be able to show the name. This was not vintage by any means from what I'm familiar with Carhartt, but it sold super quick, and so I was very happy to flip $4 into $25. Minus shipping, this cost me about $5.19 to ship first class, and so you're $20, and then minus your eBay and PayPal fees on $25, you're looking at about another $3. So minus $7.50 for cost. I profited about $12 on this shirt. This was a really good sale right here. If you guys follow my journey, I picked 3 of these up at a garage sale for $80 for all 3 of them. And this was the last one of the lot to sell. And I sold it for full price of $149 plus shipping. These vintage Disney monorail sets are not made anymore. And this one, you can see it actually had the little Disney figures in it, which was really cool. all these little mini figurines, and they're on both sides. A lot of times these are missing. This actually, I took it out to show. There was some fading and wear and tear on it. It was not in mint condition, but all the pieces were there, and I tested it and it worked. So this was a great sale. All in all, I made over $500 selling these 3 items that I picked up for 80 bucks. So very happy with that flip. If you guys again follow my journey, you saw I made a video about picking up these phones, and I posted on my Instagram. These are Mitel cordless handset IP phones and stands. I picked up a huge lot of Mitel phones, not a lot of these ones specifically, but I had about 10 of these, I think, or 9 of them, and 2 of them were new condition, and there were 7 or 8 of them that were used. Actually, there were 7 of them, and I sold all 7 to the same buyer, and so I had them listed for $129.99 each plus free shipping, and the buyer made me an offer of $700 for all 7 of them. So I accepted that offer, and it cost me like less than 15 bucks to ship all 7 in a priority box. So this was a great flip. Again, if you watch that video, I spent $1,000 on everything, and just on these 7 phones, I think I have over 200 phones. On just 7 phones, I already made $700 gross sales. So this was a great profit item, and just another item to be on the lookout for is like phones in good condition, office supplies, office equipment, things like that. People still buy them, companies still use them, especially companies that haven't upgraded in a long time. They don't want to upgrade, they just want to use the same stuff they've been using because it works for them. And so when one goes bad, they'll order more of them to replace them. So be on the lookout for stuff like this. Mitel is a great brand. You guys know I love to sell clothing. This was actually in a mystery box I bought from Dominic at Michigan Thrift on Instagram. I bought a box for, I believe, $130, and he sent me like 20 items. And so I got this vintage 80s Mickey single stitch shirt right here, all the way around with the old Disney tag right there, as you can see. And I have another one of these in the video that I'm really excited to show you guys. But I listed it for $39.99, and I accepted a best offer of $30 free shipping. I sold it in less than a day of listing, so I was really happy with that sale. This was a cool sale. This is a vintage Sharp scientific calculator, and just want to kind of point out here, these are always great to be on the lookout for. Electronics have a huge following and a huge devoted audience to just about every type of electronic out there, as long as they're in good condition and they're working. This one was my grandfather's. He unfortunately passed away at the end of last year, and so there was a lot of stuff to go through, and my father and my aunt let me take some of it, and this was one of the items that I pulled as I was looking up comps on things. And I sold this for $105 with free shipping. I accepted a best offer, and the guy who bought it left me a note. He was super happy and very thankful that I accepted the offer. It was only $10 less, and I had absolutely nothing into it. I had the original manual. My grandfather kept very good care of his stuff, so this was working in an excellent shape. So I was really happy with the sale. Next up is another great sale. Again, I'm trying to bring you guys bolos of things to be aware of that you may not know about, so I'm showing you guys some of my more expensive sales from the month. This is a vintage pair of Cael Sanderson wrestling shoes, and these are Asics with his name on the bottom here. Let me see if I can pull this up a little bit better. I don't know if I can move my face. Let me put my face here in the corner a little bit, and I will show you guys right there. Boom. Cael Sanderson's name. They're not actually signed by him, but his name is printed on them. And this was a little bit of an older listing. I actually didn't even take pictures of the bottoms or anything. I picked these up when I was on my way home from my grandmother's house. I road tripped home from Connecticut because I inherited my grandfather's car, which I can talk about in another video. And so I stopped to use the bathroom actually and charge my phone, and there was a thrift store in the parking lot that I stopped in unplanned, and I found these shoes in there for $12, and I accepted a best offer of $125 for these shoes. So really cool sale. I 10x'd my money, and anything over $100 on eBay for shoes, you don't pay the final value fee anymore because they're trying to compete with StockX. So this was a great sale. I didn't pay any final value fee to eBay for this one, so really happy with this sale. Next up is an awesome bolo to be on the lookout for. Fujifilm cameras, vintage cameras in general, but cameras in general tend to do really good. I sold one on Facebook Marketplace for $200. That was my grandfather's. So this one I picked up at Goodwill for $5.99. And this sold for full price of $70 with free shipping in less than a day. So this was a great pickup, and it turned on. There were already batteries in it that were like brand new, so this was great. I took pictures from many angles to show the condition of it, that it was in very good condition. And again, you know, having good quality pictures can really make your items stand out in a listing. So very good sale. That one cost me about $8 to ship. This one, I'm probably gonna have 2 or 3 of these in my video here. I think 2. Guitar Hero guitars are actually something that I've slowly learned about from some other resellers just by watching videos and learning. So this was not something I would have ever imagined still had a following for, or that people paid up for these. And sure enough, this was at Goodwill for $3.99 in the box, and it had the stickers already kind of peeled and put on the guitar, as you can see here. But overall, the condition was amazing. It looked like it had almost never been used or played with. It was donated with the box, which I couldn't believe. And so I ended up selling this for full list price of $69.99 plus buyer paying shipping. So this was a great sale. Be on the lookout for certain Guitar Hero guitars. Not all of them are super valuable, but especially if you find the ones in the box. I just sold another one with the box on Mercari for $50 plus shipping. And so just be on the lookout for Guitar Hero guitars and look them up. Xbox 360, Xbox One, Wii U, and even some of the PlayStation ones still sell very well. Next is a very fast sale that sold for full list price of $35. And these were basically brand new Carhartt painter's pants. Or I'm sorry, these were not brand new. And I actually forgot to edit my listing. This was why I put this in here, so you guys could see I had the condition accidentally listed as new with tags because I just did a sell similar item and I didn't change it, and it was my fault. However, I put in the description, very good, few marks near the lower pant leg, very minor, no rips or tears. So I made a mistake on the listing, but I still sold it because the description was accurate. These Carhartt pants I picked up at Goodwill for $4.99, and I sold them for $35 with the buyer paying shipping in less than 1 day. So be on the lookout for Carhartt stuff. Again, it sells very, very well. Here we go. Here's another Guitar Hero guitar. This one is for Rock Band 4. It's a Fender Stratocaster for the Xbox One. And as you can see here, nothing fancy on this one, at least from what I thought. I tried to take pictures on the ground too, even with some stuff around it, just because I wanted to get the listing up fast because I had just sold another one. And I found this one for $2.99 at Goodwill. And it was in amazing shape with the strap. And so I put batteries in it and it powered on. And I sold this for, I accepted a best offer of $79.99 plus the buyer paying shipping. So another great sale here. I put the description, you know, no damage on the unit. And so very happy with these sales for things to be on the lookout for you guys. Another item that I love to sell is Skechers Shape Up shoes. This I got at the same thrift store that I got the very first VHS DVD combo unit that you saw in this video. I paid $10 for these shoes, which is amazing because I'm used to paying $10 for used shoes at thrift stores. So this thrift store didn't have a price on them, and I asked them, they said $10, and they actually looked them up online before they gave me the price, and they told me $10. They came with new laces, they were brand new with tags, and so I sold these for full list price of $99 with the buyer paying shipping. These are something to definitely be on the lookout for. Skechers is a great brand. A lot of people think that Nike, Reebok, Adidas are the only brands that sell out there, and surprisingly, for a lot of you that don't know, Skechers is like one of the top 5 selling shoe companies in the world, of selling the most shoes. And so they have a very big following. The shape ups are still very popular. You have to make sure that the foam, I don't know how to describe it, the tone up part of the shoe, as you see down there on the bottom, is not ripped or torn, or no cracks and no dry rot. I've been burned on them before when I didn't know about them, and so that was a lesson learned for me. But if they are in great condition, then these are definitely a pickup. You can sell used ones for anywhere from $30 to $80 depending on condition and model and size. All right, next up is a pair of Hoka 1-1 Gaviotia shoes, or Gavosia, however you want to pronounce it. Anyway, Hoka 1-1 is a great brand of shoes to pick up. You can see in this picture right here in the middle, there is tears on the shoes, and most people would not pick these up. Most shoe brands, I would not pick these up, but Hoka 1-1 is an exception for me personally, because they are such a popular brand of running shoe right now. And they were still faded on the bottom, and I sold these for I ran, I believe, a 20% off sale, and they sold for $39.99 with the buyer paying shipping, and I paid $7 or $8 for these at Goodwill. So I was very happy with this sale, and can't complain. Hoka 1-1 sell very fast. This was in my government auction video that I made. I picked this up with another vintage calculator that I have listed for $115 that has not sold yet. But I picked this up. This was just going to be the icing on the cake for the sale. I paid $30 for both, or $22 for both items at the auction, and I sold this one for $30 with free shipping. It cost me about $8.50. So I basically, before fees, I broke even on my investment. So I will have to pay eBay fees and stuff like that, but essentially I broke even on my investment, and the calculator will be all profit. But this is just a cassette recorder tape player, and some of these are, still selling. So be on the lookout for these. You have to look up the makes and models, obviously, but old electronics still sell very well, and this sold in less than a day. This was a cool little bolo. John Deere anything tends to sell pretty quickly. There's a huge following for it. This is a pair of kids overalls. I was running a 20% off sale on my store, and these sold for $20 with free shipping. It cost me about $4 or $5 to ship these. So not a huge profit, but I got these at the bins, so I didn't pay much for them to begin with, probably about $1.50 for them, maybe a little more, and sold them for $20, and they sold very fast. Next up, this was a fun sale. I picked these up at a Goodwill where I posted on Instagram. I don't think I made a YouTube video about it. I went to a Goodwill one night, late at night, and right before they were closing, and the lady had just put out like 3 rows of all new shoes at the store, and this was one of the pairs that I picked up. I paid $9.99 for these shoes, and I ran a 20% off sale on my store. I try to do it every other weekend just to get some extra activity to the store, and this sold for $39.19 with the buyer paying shipping. So this was a great flip. Honestly, this was the cheapest selling pair of shoes out of that lot, but Nike slip-ons sell very fast. I think I only had these listed for like 2 or 3 days before they sold. So this was a great pair of shoes. Slip-ons are really popular. Nike and Vans do really well, and a decent size 8.5. This was a really fun sale. I didn't make any type of video on this because it was random. I was at a Goodwill that I don't normally go to, and I saw this, and the box just kind of intrigued me. And you can see it just says Stealth STL 110, the best sensor. I honestly don't even know to this day what this thing is or what it does. I think it recognizes people for like commercial office buildings and stuff. When you like walk, it notices you almost like a camera, but I can't tell you for sure. But I listed it for $60, and with my 20% off sale, same as the Nike shoes, I sold this for $48 with free shipping, and it cost me about $8 to ship. So I made about $40 gross on this item, and I paid $9.99 for this at Goodwill. Or I'm sorry, I paid $6.99 for this one at Goodwill. So I was really happy to sell this. I didn't even know what it was. So that's the cool thing about being a reseller, is if there's comps and you can scan a barcode, you can make money on it. And sure enough, I just described it as open box, a new unused item. The sensor thing was still in the wrapper, but I took it out to show people the condition. You can see the wires are unused. So this was a really cool sale. Next up is a sale I got from the same Goodwill that I just got that stealth sensor at. This was a Lego White House. And I looked this up, and there were insane comps, anywhere from $30 to $120, maybe even more for sealed, unopened ones. This one was opened, and it was actually fully built. And so when I looked it up, my jaw kind of dropped, because I didn't think that this would be that much. I paid up for this. For me, I paid $11.99 for this, and I accepted a offer for $65 when I ran my 20% off sale. It was at $71.99, and I accepted an offer of $65 with free shipping for something that I paid $11 for to turn it into $60. I was really happy with that. So, and just a really cool thing to be on the lookout for. It was 100% complete with all the pieces, the manual and everything. So this was an awesome sale. This is just something that is a very, very quick bolo. Adidas Climalite long sleeve shirts. I don't know why, but they sell so fast. I had this listed for probably less than a couple hours, and it sold for full price of $19.99 with the buyer paying shipping. And I got this at the bins. It was extremely clean, and for being white and finding it at the bins was very surprising as well. So this was a very fast sale. And so Adidas Climalite shirts, if you guys find them, this is an athletic brand, kind of like Lululemon. It just sells really fast. I don't know why specifically for this one, but it's something to be on the lookout for. This was a bear that I got in a lot of plush that I purchased from Goodwill. I paid like $3 for a huge bag of plush, and this one sold for $34.99 with free shipping. Every once in a while, I'll buy a huge bag of plush and kind of just capitalize on a couple of them that I see in the bag, which I think you're going to see here towards the end of the video, another one. But $34.99 for a plush that I have like less than 10 cents into. I think each plush bag had like 20 to 30 plush in it, and you pay $3, so you're like, 10 to 15 cents per plush. So this was a great sale. Be on the lookout for plush. Look them up. Use the tags right here. This was a Hallmark brand plush, and the legs were movable. The joints were movable. So I don't know if that made it special or not. I don't know anything about plush. I just looked it up, and sure enough, it was selling. This was a great sale. I picked this up at a Goodwill for $4.19. This is a North Face High Vent Summit Series fleece jacket. I listed this for $45. Someone offered me $35, and I countered at $40, and they accepted. Buyer paid shipping on this, and I stuffed it in a padded flat rate envelope. So this was a great sale right here. I love selling the North Face. It's a very quick seller. I probably had this up in my store for less than a week. I'm also willing to be very patient on things like this, because I know that people will pay for them. The right buyer will come, and someone will pay what they want for these higher end brands like the North Face, Patagonia, Arc'teryx, and things like that. This is another great bolo, guys. Levi 501 button fly jeans. I love to sell these jeans. They sell so fast for me, whether they're actual vintage or not vintage. They don't have to be made in the USA, but the Levi 501 button fly jeans is a highly desired pair of jeans. This is a size 34 by 32. And, look, clear pictures. You can see they're very clean. There's the tag right there, made in the Dominican Republic. And I sold these. I accepted a best offer of $35 with free shipping. Stuffed these in a padded flat rate envelope, so it cost me right under $7 to ship. And I picked these up at the bins. So, actually, no, I'm sorry. I picked these up at a Salvation Army on half off day. So they were like $3.50. This is a very recent sale. I posted it on my Instagram. there's a funny story to this, but these are Dungeons and Dragons figures. I actually picked these up last year, a couple months ago, in 2019. Somebody posted on Facebook that they had garage sale leftovers and they just wanted it all picked up, and they said you have to pick up all of it. So sure enough, I went out there and picked it up. There was actually a trimmer, an edger, some lawn equipment, and a lot of good stuff. And this was one of the things that was down at the bottom of one of the buckets, were these Dungeons and Dragons figures, and there was actually more, and I separated them and already sold those. So this was the last of the lot to go of the Dungeons and Dragons figures. I sold these. I accepted an offer of $75 with the buyer paying shipping. And the morning that I was getting ready to ship these out, the buyer messaged me and said his son purchased these without his permission, and he wanted to know if I could cancel the order. And I hadn't seen that message because I was sleeping when he sent the message. I woke up, read the message, and then it was paid for. So I messaged him back and said, do you still want me to ship out this item? I've already packed it up. I would appreciate it if you would still accept this purchase. And he said, yes, please ship it. So that was awesome. So I got these for free and I sold them for $75. Dungeons and Dragons figures. Here is one of the great sales very recently. Today is the 31st, and this actually sold yesterday, paid for today. This was in another bag of plush that I bought at Goodwill. I posted this on my Instagram as one of the lot of plushes that I bought for $2. I think I paid $2.99 for this one again. And inside was this Luigi plush, along with many others that I listed. For some reason, when I scanned this barcode and went to the solds, there was one sold for $115, and it had like 6 or 7 bids. It was ran as an auction. I listed mine for $120 because it was brand new with the tag, as you can see here. It's just an amazing find here. I wasn't expecting it, honestly. I don't know why this piece or this plush is so expensive. It does say 2004, so it's about 15 years old, but you know, Super Mario is older than that, obviously. And so, but it was very clean and excellent condition. So I got an offer for $100 and I accepted it right away. I didn't even hesitate to try to counter offer. I'm sure the buyer would have paid more, but to already make so much money on one little plush, this is why I tell you guys all the time, don't sleep on selling other things. If you're comfortable branching out, plush is a great one, a great area to branch out to and sell things that you would not have expected to be worth so much money. People collect things, and this was just a very good collectible item. So $100 buyer paid. Free shipping, it cost me like $5 to ship. This was in a huge haul at my video where I went to one Goodwill and got 30 pairs of shoes. I knew I would get the right buyer for these. These are Adidas Crazy Explosive Prime Knit Low shoes with like an Oreo colorway. These were in amazing condition. I almost kept them for myself, but they were just a little bit too tight on me. But I accepted a best offer today of $69.99 plus the buyer paying shipping, and I listed them for $79. So this was an amazing sale. Super happy to get it. I had tons of offers for 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks. So waiting for the right buyer can definitely pay off. I paid $5.99 for these shoes. All right, last couple ones, guys. Another Carhartt here. I just accepted, or I didn't accept, I just sold this today with my 20% off sale on eBay for $55.99 with the buyer paying shipping. I had it listed for $69.99. I always price my Carhartt stuff high because I know I'm going to get offers. And it was just in excellent condition. It's like quilted on the inside, made in the USA. So it's an older Carhartt there. And I put all angles of the jacket and put in the description, you know, all the details right there. Very thick, heavy jacket. And so $56. I paid $10 for this at Goodwill. Another great thing to be on the lookout for, as always, Super Nintendo games. This sold very fast. Mega Man X sold for $25 with free shipping. Just a great item to sell. Super Nintendo games are super hot. I sell them, you know, at least once a week or more. Here's the other vintage Disney shirt right here that I was talking about from earlier. I picked this up at Goodwill for $1.99, and there's the tag right there. This was a really cool, goofy print, like Singing in the Rain. style shirt right here with no date on it, but it was vintage, single stitch on the sleeves, just like that. I don't know why that picture's coming up so blurry, but it was single stitch, and I put that in the description, and I sold this within 2 days of listing it. I accepted a best offer of $40 with the buyer paying shipping. So just an awesome sale. Disney is just an amazing bolo. Please don't skip out on looking at Disney stuff. Even if it's newer, it can be worth a lot of money. And then finally, my last item for you guys, just show you another Mytel phone. One phone sold for $179 with free shipping. This was the last Mytel phone that I had of this model. So very happy with this sale. Again, I've already made my money back from these phones. If you've been following me on YouTube and Instagram for any amount of time within the last 2 months, this was just icing on the cake at this point. Every phone I make is complete profit. I've already made my money back after fees for all the phones that I've sold. So be on the lookout for electronics, phones, things in the box, things with barcodes that you can scan, and things along those lines, especially that they have the UL certification on the plug. That is like very good thing to have. So that concludes this 30 item bolo video. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I hope you learned something. There's lots of other items that I've sold that are clothing and toys and electronics, but I wanted to bring you guys some of the better selling items in my store for the month of January to hopefully teach you guys that, you know, there are really good items out there and there are people that are paying for them. So, you know, be on the lookout for them, do some hunting, do the hustle, do the grind, and you'll find them as well. Make sure to leave a like and a comment on this video. Let me know what your best sale in January was if you made it to the end of this video, and I would love to know what it was, how much you paid for it, and what it sold for. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace, money!